morning and welcome back to another vlog. So today is Sunday, and if you follow along with my vlogs, you know that Sundays are typically my day where I do everything to prep for the upcoming week. This is like no usual than like the average person, I feel like. But I'm gonna start off by going grocery shopping, and then I'm gonna do some just like self-care stuff, got a lesson plan, all of that good stuff. So I ate that Trader Joe's almond croissant for breakfast and it was delicious, but it's a little bit later now and I need something more substantial. So I'm heating up this egg sort of, I don't know what to call it. It's not really a frittata. It's like an egg bake with potatoes and spinach and cheese. And I followed Joanna's recipe, but I think I didn't put enough seasoning on it because it's just like a little bit bland. She made it for us once and it was like delicious. So, you know, some people have the cooking gift and she hasn't. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I already have my list of what I will need to grab from Kroger, and then I'll head out to the store. Okay, let's do a little grocery haul of everything I got for just under $70 at Kroger. Got 2 different kinds of bread from the bakery. We're gonna make these sort of like, it's like tuna salad, but it's with chickpeas. It's really yummy for Minimalist Baker, so I wanted a fun bread to put that on. And then we're also doing a risotto, so I thought like a yummy bread would go well with that. So 2 breads, because we love carbs in this house. Milk, eggs. We were hyper fixated on Oreos last week. We went through like a whole pack in like half a week. It was wild. Bananas. Also hyper fixated on these hip peas. They're like Cheetos but with chickpeas. They're so good. Strawberries. Haven't had a fruit in I don't know how long. A lime. Some pre-washed and pre-cut lettuce. This orange chicken that's vegan but super yummy, really good with like Trader Joe's fried rice and dumplings and stuff like that. Tofu, we're gonna do some tofu lettuce wraps. Some berries, I think Megan's wanting to get into a smoothie era. Dijon mustard, my antacids, I take 40, is it milligrams? Yeah, 40 milligrams of antacid every night, doctor prescribed. Red onion, some mushrooms, some chickpeas, celery sticks, a tomato, Annie's mac and cheese, and then this little bar that I think I'm gonna try right now. I don't know, it looks so good, so just spoke to me. Okay, let's give her a try. If I could get it open. It's okay. It's not the best thing I've ever had. Not the worst. Won't buy it again. It is a bit later now and I finished lesson planning, so I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do in class tomorrow. So I'm teaching a class all about analyzing social media influencers. Talked a ton about this, but basically they have their first major assignment due. The draft of it's due on Wednesday, so tomorrow in class on Monday we're just going to talk a little bit more about the writing process. So I'm going to assign them just like a few quick pages of excerpts from an article about the power of place and how place really matters when we read. And just do a little think, pair, share, read it, make notes, share your notes with a partner, and then like we'll talk about it as a class. And then I'm gonna have them design their own ideal writing environment. So we've played with Adobe Express in class, but I'm gonna allow them to use Photoshop, Canva. They can make a Pinterest board. They could like do a good old-fashioned drawing, whatever they want. And they're going to design what they feel is their ideal writing environment. So I tried to tie this into the 5 modes of communication and the senses. What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? What does it smell or taste like? And then I did this assignment last year, and I thought it was kind of just like a filler assignment, but students ended up talking about it on the end of course questionnaires and were like, this assignment like really stuck with me. So I want to make sure that I'm including it again, but I'm adding to it as well. And having students also think about their audience. This ties in with what I was talking about in my last vlog with audience awareness. And this is imagining your audience's viewing experience. So the same thing, whatever medium you want, design how you want your audience to feel when they're reading the case study analysis that they're conducting and they're making it into a web page. So what do you imagine the audience looks like? What values do you imagine your audience holds? What emotions you want them to feel? And this is just getting into audience awareness, but also this is like helping them realize that like writing is deeply embodied. And then we just have their homework. Hello, happy Monday. It's already 2 p.m. I'm back from teaching. I was so hungry when I got back. Quickly scarfed down, literally, to lettuce wrap leftovers from dinner last night and then watched an episode of Queer Eye. And I am so tired. I think I'm gonna take a nap. I have a Zoom call scheduled at 4 o'clock and it's 2:15 now, so I could get like a solid 45 minutes by the time I like read and actually fall asleep and stuff. I thought that I was gonna have a meeting with my advisor today, but the meeting is scheduled for next week, Monday. So I had that all mixed up. So I don't feel like, I don't know, a lot of stress surrounding like the dissertation because I'm sort of like, I don't know what to do. So I'd like to have like some sort of outline or something put together tonight so I have some stuff to work on tomorrow morning when I don't have teaching or anything, but that's a problem for post-nap, Sarah. Let's read my book and take a nap. Nap is complete. Zoom call is done. Drinking a strawberry lemon poppy with a straw. And it's already 5 o'clock, but I need to force myself to do some work on the dissertation today. So I don't even know what that looks like, honestly. I just feel like a little bit at a loss. I think I'm gonna work a little bit more on making an outline. And then my goal is to like have a really fleshed out outline to show him in our meeting a week from today, to tell him where I'm thinking of going, and he could tell me like if it sounds good or not, what parts he thinks that I might need to elaborate on. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. Okay, forced myself to write for like 45 minutes, working towards an outline, and you know, I feel good. At least I touched it today. I feel like I get that advice a lot from people who are like further into the dissertation. They're like, you just have to look at it every day, you just have to touch it every day. So check that box for today. Now I think I'm going to eat a quick little snack, probably just some like baked lays, and play on my Switch. I downloaded a new game this weekend called 2 Point Hospital, and I have been truly obsessed with it. I'm at a point right now where it's getting really hard, so I feel like I need to start this level over, but can't wait. Some mushroom spinach risotto for dinner and some toasted bread. Megan made the whole thing. I made the bread, aka buttered it and put it in the oven. Hello, good morning. How are we doing today? It's wild, at least to me, that it's already February. I'm like, this is crazy. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I finished leading my dissertation writing group, which is something that I do every Tuesday morning from 9 to noon. I get paid to do this through the Writing Center. It's part of my 3 out of 10 hours that I work there a week. And I just have a group of 11 grad students, 12 including me, and we just all write together. We also will cover like some readings and some writing strategies for like the first 30 minutes of each meeting, and sort of just like all foster like a community, sometimes commiserate together. And it's been a really good experience, and it also helps to hold me accountable. But that being said, it was really hard for me to focus this morning. I just found myself like getting really distracted. It's probably because I didn't sleep that well last night, just because I didn't sleep that much, because I stayed up way too late playing that freaking video game, which is so like embarrassing to admit, but here we are. So I think I need to get out of the house and just like force myself to go to a coffee shop, do some work. So Megan's at Crumble right now. I think I'm gonna meet her there, get just like a little tea. I definitely don't need more caffeine, and try and work through at least a couple more articles reading wise. I'm reading one right now by Christina Cedillo about critical embodiment pedagogy, and I've definitely read this before, but it's hitting diff this time in like the best way. So really enjoying it, but I need to finish that up, and then I want to get into reading a little bit more about blogs. Okay, this is bad lighting. Gotta fix this. Okay, apologies for the lighting, but I want to talk through my research thinking before I go inside and decompress for the day. But I just spent quite a few hours at Crumble working with Megan, reading through that article, skimming through like some other articles that it led me to, and then realizing like this actually belongs in chapter 1 of my dissertation. So I had to go backwards a little bit, and that's okay, writing is never linear, but I just wish that I would have found this article earlier because it would have not changed my argument, but it would have like helped my thinking, so maybe like I get to the argument sooner. I'm not sure. Anyway, can't go back in time. But this article is really interesting because a lot of the topics that I am concerned about are audience awareness, and how that manifests in multimodal composition, and embodied awareness and how that like manifests in all forms of composition. And basically the argument that I make is multimodal composition increases audience awareness. Like no consideration of embodiment, nothing there. Just by the very nature of multimodal composition, audience awareness is increased. Part of that is because it's like public facing. There's a lot of people who make that argument in the field. And the argument that I make is embodiment is an awareness of self. Embodied awareness is like an awareness of one's like positionality. So we can bring embodied awareness to multimodality to saturate that audience awareness that we already have. So the way that I phrased it, just for my thinking, was we can take a good thing, audience awareness, as it's present in multimodal composition, and make it better by adding in embodied awareness. So what this article did is it cuts out multimodality. Like that's not part of its argument at all. And she is arguing that embodied awareness, one's own awareness of self, inherently makes you more aware of others. And so I'm just sort of like, I had a really hard time like making that logical leap for myself, because there's people who make the reverse leap. By being more aware of others, you're more aware of yourself. And my advisor really wanted me to like walk through this, like spell this out. This was like a big like point of criticism in my draft, and it's hard. It's like really hard thinking. So I feel like I have like 3 different people who are making really similar arguments to me, but no one's making the exact same argument, which is like good, because you don't want people making your same exact argument. But I know that I need to cite them all. I'm just having a really hard time saying like how I'm building off of them and how what I'm doing is like uniquely different. And I know that none of them are bringing these 3 things together in this way. It's just like very like confusing, and I hope talking through this and like watching this clip back helps me understand like what I was trying to do. I tried to like write a little bit while it was fresh in my head, but I know I need to like expand on it and clean it up and go back tomorrow. It's also 3 o'clock and I have not eaten lunch yet, so I gotta go inside and do that. Okay, it's 4:50 and I think I'm gonna go for a little walk. I haven't been for a walk since it started getting cold out, so since like early fall probably, but I know that it'll be good for me. It's really sunny, it's cold out, it's like in the 40s, but it's worth the hat. I think it'll feel good. Haven't decided if I want to listen to music or a podcast, what route I'm taking, but just want to get out there, even if it's for like 20 minutes. Okay, it is quite a bit later now. That walk was just like everything I wanted. I don't know how to explain it. It was just, I listened to a playlist called Hot Girl Walk on Spotify. It was just like women singers, and it was just like Olivia Rodrigo and I don't know, other like upbeat young artists, and it was super sunny, and it was great. And I'm just like reminded of how far I've come in feeling safe. When I first started vlogging, I remember one time I tried, like this was when I was back home for COVID, one time I tried to go for a walk literally in my neighborhood, like 2 blocks away from my house, and I started having a panic attack so bad that I was just bawling, and I walked back in my door. My mom just had to like give me a hug because I felt so unsafe just being outside by myself. And I'm like, I love knowing that I can move outside and feel safe, and I'm just proud of myself for coming a really long way with my anxiety, specifically like anxiety around being like out alone in public places. Anyway, I am feeling nauseous though, so I wish that that could come a long way. My foot was also feeling great if you've been here since last year when I had my plantar fasciitis chronicles, so love to hear that. But since I'm feeling nauseous, I'm gonna crack open this little mini Sprite and pour it into a wine glass because it just feels right, and respond to some emails. I got an email from the University Honors and Awards Department because they want to film a video of me. So I won a really big teaching award, and they are gonna film like a little highlight reel, and they're gonna come into my class when I'm teaching and film and do like an interview of me and an interview of like my nominator, my mentor, and I feel like famous, but I'm like nervous as if I'm not in front of a camera every day. Anyway, so I gotta send back some, like, they asked a bunch of questions like dates and times and conflicts. So I want to make sure I don't have any of that overlapping. Cheers. Okay, it's 9:30 now. I finished the really time-consuming for no reason task of putting my students into peer review groups. I just wanted to make sure that none of them have overlapping topics, so like the audience is always like an outsider. But anyway, took some time, but got that done. Now I'm going to blow dry my hair and get in bed for the night. Running very late, but happy Wednesday. Here is the little teacher fit. About to have a really long day on campus. It is 1 o'clock. I am done teaching and got some Chick-fil-A. I just like was really craving, in the words of Emily Kaiser, a crispy Dr. Pepper. And their Dr. Pepper is always crispy. And then I got some nuggets and fries. And I'm listening to the Gals on the Go pod. This is my guilty pleasure. And gonna chill out here for a little bit. I'm already like back on campus because I work in the writing center from 2 to 6, so I have an hour. I'll probably just like sit here for like 30 more minutes, then get to the library a bit early and get ready to start tutoring. My biggest regret for the day is not bringing my Switch to campus. I'm so serious. So in between writing center tutorials, they go 50 minutes with like 10 minutes in between to fill out like the client report form, just some like notes about the tutorial and stuff. But tutorials rarely go 50 minutes in my experience, unless you're working on like a really long document, or I guess like sometimes personal statements can get really long too if you go from like brainstorming to actually outlining, whatever. But I've had like a lot of downtime between sessions, but like not enough downtime where I'm about to start working on my dissertation, or I haven't had like a lot of grading to do quite yet. And so I told myself during downtime I want to like do something relaxing because Wednesdays can feel really long. So I've just been like reading for fun, but the book I'm reading is really boring. Another topic for another time. And I texted Megan and I was like, would people judge me if I just played my Switch between sessions? And she's like, no, they'd respect you so much. And I just have a Switch Lite. I don't have like the full Switch, but I don't know. I would judge myself. But anyway, I didn't bring it, but I might bring it tomorrow for my writing center sessions. Happy Thursday. I want to preface this clip by saying sorry if the sound quality is bad. Dishwasher's running, had to be done. And this is also like the spot where I get the best lighting in the morning, so I had to pick the visuals over the audio. Anyway, I did not vlog when I got home from campus yesterday because I was utterly exhausted. Wednesdays are just such long days, and it's not just because I'm on campus from 9 to 6. It's because I'm teaching 2 back-to-back sections, which already is a lot of energy, and then I'm tutoring 4 back-to-back students. And yesterday they happened to all be like pretty intense tutorials, just that they like went the full like 50-minute period. So it was just a lot. It was a lot of social interactions, mostly what it is. So yeah, I got home and was like, I just gotta like lay in a cold dark room, as Megan says, and like don't talk to anyone, including the vlog. Anyway, it is 11:30. I'm going to make myself a quick little lunch to take with me. I think I'm just gonna make a PB&J. I was talking about them with one of my coworkers at the writing center yesterday, and we were just like, PB&J's just hit. So I just like bought one for lunch. Why not? Cheap, easy lunch. And one of them was saying like, it's a complete meal. You have like your protein, you have like the fat. And I'm like, okay, but like, is the PB&J filling you up? Because like, I need like some chips, and like, I need several chips and like fruit or like a veggie or something on the side. Anyway, I managed to get a meeting with my advisor today instead of having to wait till Monday. It's only 30 minutes, but I just was really feeling like I need to touch base with him about a couple things. So really glad that he's making time to chat on Thursday. I'm assuming we'll still have our meeting Monday too for like the 45 minutes or an hour. But I just like, I was going nuts. I just feel like I I don't know, I need a shorter leash. I just was left to flounder a little bit and I was struggling. And I also think that I may meet with someone else on my committee as well. She hasn't emailed me back, but I'm hoping to meet with her tomorrow. So we shall see about that. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, it's a lot later now. It is 4:56. I got done with my meeting with my advisor. He ended up giving me a whole hour of his time. And I always feel so good after my meetings with him. I just feel like I have a clear direction of where I'm going. I feel like I just have a boost of confidence. And I just think that's like all you can ask for an advisor, that they continuously make you feel good about yourself and about your work. And I know that that's not the common experience with the majority of people, and that really bums me out. Anyway, I got some packages, so I want to show you because they're really exciting. First one is a hatch lamp. So this is the same exact hatch lamp that I have, but mine stopped playing any sound. So it wouldn't wake me up in the morning, and it wasn't playing white noise to fall asleep at night. And I contacted them and they're like, what a bummer, can you send us a video of that? So I sent a video and they were like, ah, bummer, you're out of the warranty, but it's okay, we'll send you a new one anyway for free. So slay, God bless Hatch, can't wait to set this up. And then the second package is some Adidas. I finally hopped on the bandwagon. Haven't tried them on yet. I really wanted a neutral color. I am excited. I hope that they fit. Okay, bummer, but I feel like they're way too big. Like, I'm always a 7.5, but I feel like I could go down like not even to a 7, but to like a 6.5. And they're women's sizes, so I should have known. Megan has gazelles and they were way too big on her, but Megan has really small feet, so I thought it was a Megan problem. Okay, put the left one on and the left one fits, but this right one feels like way too big in the toes. And I'm like, am I delusional? Like, this never happens to me. I feel like my feet are the same size. I feel like I need to wait till Megan gets home to ask for a second opinion. Obviously my jeans are rolled up just so I could like see the shoes. But they're really cute. And the left leg I feel like fits good. Feels comfy. They have a lot of arch support. But the right one I'm just like, my toes are like here. I have like all that extra room, but maybe that's just how they're supposed to be. Good morning. Happy Friday. Had my iced coffee. Been in a bit of a iced coffee mood yesterday and today, I guess because it's like warmer out and sunny. But once again, didn't vlog much yesterday. You guys, my head is spinning. This past month has been a whirlwind of just like information and just like wild news. So yesterday I got an email because, okay, back up. I don't even know how to begin to tell this story. So if you watch my vlogs, you know that I won a really big teaching award a couple weeks ago. And basically I competed against all of IU and all of like IU's various campuses from all the different departments. And it represents like the future of the, I can never say it, the future of the professoriate, the future professor basically, and like excellence in graduate student teaching. I am still like shocked beyond belief that I won this and like really proud of myself, have a lot of emotions. So winning this, you go on to compete regionally in the with like all the people who won from their representative schools across the entire Midwest. And I had to like rework my materials, and I truthfully only spent an hour reworking them because I was like running up against a really tight deadline. My university was like behind in things, so like they ended up telling me late, we had to ask for an extension, whatever. All this happened. Yesterday I get an email and it's like, oh, unfortunately you didn't win. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I keep reading, it's like, but you have been selected as like the runner-up and you're getting an honorable mention. So like basically second place across the entire Midwest as like demonstrating excellence in graduate student teaching. I'm shocked. Like, that is crazy to even begin to process. There's a lot of graduate student teachers and there's a lot of really excellent teachers, and that I am like up there is just mind-blowing. Truly crazy. And I'm not saying this to like brag and to let you guys know like, oh, I'm such a good teacher, to like even boost my credibility on this channel, but just like, I'm very much just processing this. This is wild. I also have, I hate when YouTubers do this. I truly hate it when they're like, exciting things in the works, but I can't talk about it. But exciting things in the works that I can't talk about. But I will be able to soon. Just a lot of crazy things. Life's wild. I'm going to continue to drink this coffee. Probably will do my hair a little bit and put on some quick makeup because I have some office hours with students. I do like optional conferencing when it's like the week a big assignment is due. I never have to come, and it's really just my basic office hours. Well, I add more times, but I like create a Google Doc with like a sign up sheet, and this gets more people to come to office hours, and it's really just a way for me to like look at their work, make sure we're on the right track, feel like they feel more confident before they submit, ask me any last minute questions, that type of stuff. Okay, meetings are done. It's also already 11:20 and I'm realizing that I never ate breakfast. So I need to go downstairs and eat something quick before the hunger gets to me and I'm just like unable to do anything. But I also love my past self for leaving a little to-do list of what I want to work on for the dis. So I'm going to read through an article quickly and then dive into trying to do some writing of putting together this literature review about blogs specifically. So chapter 2 is covering quite a few topics and I'm realizing like I already have like a good amount of it done from previous writing that I did about personal writing, which I thought would fit into chapter 1, but it's actually in chapter 2. So there's like not as much that I need to do for this chapter as I thought, which is like really, really refreshing. But the outline is really helpful because it's telling me like where it all goes and where I structure it all. And that is something I'm hoping to get feedback on Monday in my meeting with my advisor, because like the outline wasn't ready for me to show him yesterday. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna work on. And then at 1 o'clock I have a Zoom meeting with a prospective student, well actually like a new student. She got accepted and she like deferred, so she wants to like chat with people just to like understand, like talk about the program and stuff. This is one of my favorite things to do, probably because of YouTube and I do it all the time, but I just love giving people like honest advice and answering like questions, because I know like when I was coming in I had so many questions that I wish I would have reached out and asked to like meet with more people just to like not feel so anxious for the 3 months between graduating undergrad and starting grad school. And then I have another meeting this afternoon for this like group of digital rhetoric people, grad students that I work with. Need to talk about a survey that I'm collecting and just like upcoming projects that we want to work on. And then I'm hoping to get even more work done after that. Try to make this a productive Friday. Okay, just finished up the Zoom meeting with the new student, and now I have an hour before I have the other Zoom meeting. I forget how draining Zoom meetings could be. I'm just like, oh, I'll just do this Zoom meeting and then like I'll just hop right back into like reading for research in between, but I need a break. So it's 2 o'clock. I'm gonna eat some lunch, chill out for a little bit, probably just like watch either Gilmore Girls or a vlog or something, and then get on the final call. And I hope that I still have energy because I feel like I haven't done anything regarding the disc today. Okay, it is like 6:30. I got a call out on work for the day. I am going to plug in this memory card and start editing this video so I could get just like a little head start. I typically edit on the weekends, but I plan on doing a lot of work this weekend. So I'm gonna edit now. 6 years of living together and we're doing something for the first time.
Oh my god, that's so true.
We're getting Chick-fil-A breakfast. It's nothing crazy.
I've never had Chick-fil-A breakfast.
I've never had it from Bloomington, so I'm kind of pumped.
Maybe temper those expectations.
Well, I'm pumped because if it's good, it could be a game changer.
Yeah.
Because Chick-fil-A is so close to our house.
Yeah.
So, this is always so annoying in the driving clips. Well, this is your first time in the vlog, Megan. Do you have anything to say?
I do not, except I'm ready for this. I've been hearing good things, so let's do it.
Megan also submitted a chapter, 2 chapters. So she is in full-on rot mode. congratulate her in the comments.
Thank you, vlog. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you in advance.
Hi, vlog. I'm here giving you an update on what I thought about Chick-fil-A breakfast. It was incredible. I can't believe I've never had it. I can't believe no one's ever told me. And it was like the best fast food ranch ever.
Megan is obsessed with ranch. One thing about her.
One thing about me is I love ranch, and it was delicious. So that was a great experience. I wish I could have chicken minis, but it's okay.
We will be going back. She's like a real vegetarian.
Yes.
I'll eat chicken sometimes.
Yes.
Now it's time to get to work for the day. Dreading it. I hate weekends that are packed with work, but this is gonna be one of them. It is 4:30. I worked for like 5 hours straight. Only took breaks to switch out my laundry. It's just in that mood where I was like, I know I gotta power through on some things. So I wish I had a little bit more to show from it, but it is what it is. I need to be happy with that. And the wild thing is, I don't think I'm done yet. I feel like I just need to capitalize on this mood.